What's going on, everybody? I'm Wolfman, and you're tuning in to All Facts Podcast. We appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, man. And be fair warned, as always, that some facts may be hard to swallow. We talking big facts, little facts, car facts, all the facts. We talk so much facts, I went ahead and traded in my phone and got a fax machine. Okay. All them facts. You feel me?
Straight fact.
Let's get into the recap of this week, man. It's been a lot of crazy shit happening this week. The hottest thing that's been going on has been on everybody's radar that everybody's talking about. It's getting on my nerves. I want people to shut up about. Yep. It's this. Apparently, there was a concert. Usher was performing. KeKe Palmer had on some
lingerie,
some revealing clothes. It wasn't showing skin. It was just see through. Most.
She looked good as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. She looked good.
And her boyfriend, who I had to dig to find his name, her boyfriend went to Twitter. And he went to Twitter. Let's see. He tweeted a picture of her from the concert and said, "It's the outfit though. You a mom." And that sent Twitter in an uproar.
My man was getting cooked.
Yeah, he doubled down on his statement, and he said, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others. And he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case." All right. Before I get into what I think about it, I'd like to know from my well-versed and well-educated co-hosts, what do y'all think about that?
Well, go ahead, Fred. You feel me?
The
meaning got wise.
I feel like he shouldn't have said it on Twitter.
Okay.
I wouldn't have said anything on Twitter at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's valid.
Yeah.
You know, 2023 women not gonna like that, but some niggas don't want their wife's ass out. Yeah. Not that that's his wife, so I do get that. That conversation where I saw somebody say, well, if he wanted her to act like a wife, he should have made her a wife. Mm-hmm. But they both chose to be baby mama and baby daddy, so you know it's still a committed relationship and all that. So I mean, I get it. I would not be thrilled if my wife was out there like that. I'd be even less thrilled if I found out about it on the internet. Mm. But to each his own. Like I said, I know people not gonna like that, but it's valid.
What you think about it? What you think about it, Sanchez?
Quite frank, I ain't gonna give a fuck. Not too much. You know what I mean? She just can't be out here just naked. Nah, we ain't doing that. But like, I can't really tell you what to put on your body or what to wear, or you know what I mean. I think that's just a choice of your own self. You feel me? You gotta know the person that you get yourself into with. You feel me? Does she like to wear revealing things? That's just what she like to do. You feel me? And then the concept of it just don't too much make sense to me when I start thinking about it. I mean, bitches be in bikinis and shit outside, goddamn, at festivals, on the beach, doing all types of shit. You know what I mean? And they be out there. So I mean, I don't know. I guess just like what really portrayed and what really happened in this situation, man. I mean, you seen that video of Usher?
Yeah.
And how she was singing.
I was going to say one could argue that it's a time and a place for everything. What do you think about that?
Say context matters.
I still can't. I just can't tell you what to wear out and what you're gonna feel like you feel good in. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you like. I just can't. I can't do that. Mm. I can't tell you.
I was playing devil's advocate.
No, you good. I just can't. I can't wrap my mind around to tell you what to wear and what not to wear. You feel me? It's just like, because I wouldn't want nobody to tell me what to wear. Like, just out the gate. So just out the gate. So nah, I just can't.
Dre out here being a thought. Dre out here. He out here. Boy. He said, "Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to wear."
Nah, ain't nobody gonna. Nah, if I decide to wake up and wanna. With this and with that, then this is my decision. You feel me? And everybody should have that. But if you make that decision, I guess there's repercussions and stuff to it. But I mean, I still wouldn't trip. Ain't like she was spending the night with Usher. Did she go back home with him?
Well, we don't know after this.
Well, now look, if she's out doing that and then went home, you know what I mean?
Homeboy, hey. That should have been the bag. You should have been secure. Like, nah, I need to make sure she gets here before I got there.
Before you even.
Yeah.
And nah, as long as she coming back home and doing all this other shit, like she coming back home to me and XYZ. Nah, go do your thing, man. You do your thing. I ain't gonna trip. But that video though, you seen that video?
Yeah.
And how Usher grabbed her, how she grabbed her back, and then he started singing to her. She sung back too now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't like that.
But he didn't say that.
But he didn't. I ain't about what the fuck he said.
I understand. Because
I wouldn't like that.
But I understand that as an individual, you got to stand on what you say. Because he said it's the dress though. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? I understand. Look, hold on. Let me be very clear. I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you.
But I'm saying,
but that ain't what he said.
Yeah, but he capped out. That motherfucker capped the fuck out. It ain't just the fucking dress, nigga. Yeah. I wouldn't want Usher grabbing onto my bitch singing to her, and then she started singing back. And if I I just wouldn't like that. Hell nah.
But this is my thing.
That's what fueled the fire.
What you got to say about that, Fred? I like when Fred.
You seen that shit,
Fred hit you with
I
that.
seen the video.
You seen when she sung back to him?
Yeah, I've seen her whole.
Man, come on, man. She wanted
mad
the fuck.
Thirsty, and in her defense, it's Usher.
She wanted the fuck. You seen the videos from her? I think either her story or something that Usher had on.
I understand.
Yeah, she wanted the fuck. It's okay. It's okay, cuz.
I don't have no more thoughts on it. I mean, I do, but like.
What you? No. I want to know what you.
Go ahead, Fred.
Go ahead. No, that's like I hear where y'all coming from. I knew what you were gonna say. I already feel like I know what you're about to say just based on your tone.
What am I about to
say? When someone has been oppressed.
Yeah.
Nah, and I feel all that, but like you know me, I'm on some. I'm not gonna say I'm traditional. It's just I don't hate tradition so much that I'm willing to just like I don't know. I just don't want my ass. I mean, I don't want my wife ass out like that.
But no,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I'm gonna ask this: do y'all think that she would have did it if they was married? I don't think she would have did it.
I don't know. I don't
think she would have.
I feel like you gonna do what you gonna do.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like whoever you are is who you are. So married or not,
do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but for me, it would have been the combination of the dress plus the turnaround and show it off, and you know what I'm saying. Like then you hugged up on the nigga neck. You know what I'm saying? Usher dick hard. Like, it was a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
was it though? We don't know. These are allegations. But
she looked good as fuck.
But
she did look good.
She looked good, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I said, God damn, KeKe, come see me. Fine ass motherfucker. But yeah, I wouldn't like this fact that she was on Usher and they were singing back and forth to each other like that. Nah. And then Usher walked out there 2-on-2.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me say this.
Go ahead. Go ahead and preach to him, man.
I think that his feelings are most certainly valid. I think that the idea that a man wants to have a say so, or any person in a relationship wants to have some say so in about something in a relationship that involves them. They want to have a say-so about something that makes them feel uncomfortable. Completely understandable. You most certainly have that jurisdiction, especially if you are in a committed relationship. It doesn't matter to what degree. It doesn't matter whether y'all are married, whether y'all are talking, whether y'all are whatever. If there is any level of commitment, I feel like you have the right to set your boundaries. Because, in my opinion, the prerequisite in order for us to advance in the relationship is going to be determined by your ability to respect my boundaries. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I have a boundary and you don't respect it off rip, then I know that this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you can skedaddle, you can do whatever. And that's why you got to be careful about being with someone who's actually for you and not somebody you just lusting over. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like that's the case with this. Because it's just like, you, unnamed nigga, are not about to police what the KeKe Palmer does.
Yeah, you can't.
Regardless of first of all, she the breadwinner.
Yep.
As far as that matters, it's just like, cause you got to think about it. One of the reasons why women used to be so subservient to men is because they were ostracized from certain parts of society that men have always had access to, at least in recent times. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it was advantageous for a woman to be hypergamous and to date up and to find a man that's going to supply her life for her. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of folks' grandmama stayed with their granddaddies and stuff like that, because it was just advantageous. Did women have certain rights? Yeah, but they didn't have all the rights as men, and that's just fact. You know what I'm saying? And now you have these that have seeped through the cracks, where you have this woman that is now, she has a career of her own. She has a name for herself. She doesn't have to abide by all of these things that only serve to make the man comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, you didn't see women policing all of the different things that a man used to do. As a matter of fact, men used to go out and be like, I'm leaving. You have some men today that'll say, you should be able to leave the house and not tell your wife where you're going, because it's your house. You know what I'm saying? You a man. Why you letting a woman dictate what you got going on? It's your house. You the man. You know what I'm saying? And that's a anachronistic ideology, meaning an ideology from the past that still exists today. But like, that comes from that place of men having been in charge. And now that we live in a time where some women ain't that, it's hard to come out and be like, this is my family as a man. You know what I'm saying? No, it's y'all's family, and you got to respect her as an equal party entity. If that's the kind of relationship that you want, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to go find somebody that's going to jive with that. Because I just, in my mind, outside looking in, I don't think KeKe jiving with that. You know what I'm saying? That this is my relationship. This is the way that I want my wife to be, this, that, and the third. It's just like, because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that what he's saying isn't valid. It just doesn't seem to match up with her. And there's nothing wrong with how she is. Because, I mean, you got to think about it. Somebody made this point. Beyonce be out here showing, now granted, Beyonce wasn't all hugged up with us. But Beyonce, that's not what he said, though. That's why I made the point about what he said. He said the dress, though, you somebody's mother. Beyonce be out here showing titties, ass, shaking, doing whatever the fuck. Jay-Z sit in the crowd, he smile, he support her, get on the podcast, talk about how amazing she is. He cheat a little bit, but then he go back and do it. He do his thug, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, it works for them. Russell Wilson and Ciara. Ciara still wears revealing stuff to all of these little award shows and all of this other stuff. Russell Wilson cool with it. He know that that's his shorty. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what all happens in and out of the relationship, but he hasn't come out publicly and said he has a problem with anything, and it might be because they're on quasi equal footing. You feel what I'm saying? Russell Wilson has a name. Jay-Z has a name. This unnamed dude probably felt embarrassed, right? And he and all of his friends and family probably know that he is in a relationship with KeKe Palmer. And so her doing that probably embarrassed him to them. But he ran to the rest of the world to complain about it. We don't know you, bro. Like, don't come to us complaining about your problems and stuff, bro.
About Miss Palmer.
Yeah.
It's a crazy way to get famous.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't know nothing about you, bro. And like, it ain't no slight or nothing, but it's just real. Like, you got to recognize who you are and where you at. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about you. You coming to us about the problem. Like, even if there was no benefit of the doubt for KeKe, even if she was completely 100% wrong, you still gonna have a large portion of people that's gonna see what you're talking about and tell you to shut the fuck up, because you're talking about KeKe Palmer. We love KeKe. We don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the idea. So I'm saying all of that. I said a long version of what you just said. Don't go to any social media with your problems like that. Yeah, I definitely don't feel like he should have tried to slide her on Twitter.
Cuz was at, I'm gonna tell you what it was now. Cuz was at home babysitting. KeKe out having a good time at the concert, enjoying herself. Yeah. Got her girls around her. Happy to see Usher. Yeah. Usher started singing. He walk out to him. Yeah. End up grabbing her. She grabbed back. Usher sing. Oh God. Oh God. Song to her. Song directly to her now. And she singing to and it's all on fucking camera.
Yeah,
that's
that
another
part
thing.
too.
You don't usually get like front row, like good camera quality to almost all these concerts. He look like, nah, nigga, it was good. Whoever was recording, I don't know if it just.
That's why I said it embarrassed him to the people around him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he probably, maybe he was delusional and felt like she embarrassed him in front of the world. But it's just like, bro, we don't know you,
and we didn't care.
Had you not said anything, you like. The fact that you said something now makes everybody know that you felt the way about it. And now we know you exist. You know what I'm saying? In this weird way.
I mean, people knew he existed. He had a baby.
I mean,
with KeKe
yeah. We knew we know the baby's name more than his name.
I just know the nigga.
We knew Leotis more than what's his name? Darius. We knew Leotis
You got a point.
before we knew Darius.
You're right, though.
You feel what I'm saying? Your child was more famous than you, my guy.
That's crazy.
Like we knew you existed, but like
They just keep
your
baby
name,
dad.
your name was very lowercase before this. Ain't no slight. Let me get off that mind, but yeah.
We ain't gonna make him famous.
Yeah. No. But yeah. Those are my thoughts on it. Long story short, my final summation is recognize who you trying to be with, and go for who fits your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit trying to make people fit in boxes. Quit thinking that just because this person like you or you lusting after this person, like, quit letting infatuation crumble your moral system until shit hits the fan. You feel what I'm saying?
My wife had made a point actually she was saying that a lot of people were talking about how, you know, but prior to this, he had kind of posted her in that light before. Like, he had posted her twerking, he had posted her, you know, in swimsuits and all stuff like that. So it was like, he said the dress, but it's like, it probably really wasn't the dress. It was probably, like I said, just a cult.
Yeah,
you know.
Damn.
yeah, and
He
that's
posted her?
yeah.
She was twerking and shit.
That's why I
He
said.
said, "What's the link?"
That's why
I did.
That's why I said that ain't what he said. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on what you're talking about. Because we can't. If you want to, because I mean, you may have just been venting, but like, if you want somebody to like really hear you, you gonna have to say what you mean. You feel what I'm saying? Mean what you say. Stand on it. Don't say one thing and then we look at it and you feel what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Contradicting that shit.
Yeah. Like, that's why, I mean, I'm with you. I'm sure that it was accumulation of all of that stuff that was going on. I don't think that I personally would care, but I understand how dudes do. But I mean, I'm different because I don't care about a lot.
I just feel like it's hard to say until you in that situation. And I mean, like, I don't know your wife that well, but I've never seen her in anything like that I would consider revealing. You know what I mean? Which I've never seen her out on a night on the town. Like, I don't know what y'all do when y'all go out of town and all that stuff. I think it's like,
come to Vegas. Big Vegas. Come to Vegas.
It's just, I don't know. Like, sometimes,
come to Vegas.
You know, because until you see that, like, in your face, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, with Sierra and Beyonce, one thing that you said is that their husbands was right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm watching my wife perform, you know, that's different than just watching her, like,
through the TV,
fan out over Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what I believe that it is. Like, cause that's why I said that's not what he said.
They said the Boondocks episode came to life.
Yeah, it came. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Always remember, smokestack lightning. Yeah. Speaking of this same type of thing though, do y'all know? Are y'all familiar with the No Jumper podcast?
Yeah,
I seen it.
All right, y'all. So y'all know Adam22, the main host guy with the tattoos and stuff. So apparently, he has another podcast that he does with his wife, and I think it's like a mock podcast. I don't think it's real. It may be. But apparently they do the podcast and they have sex with other porn stars on that podcast. And they've done this numerous of times, right? And Adam himself, he's had relations with other women sexually and stuff like that. He just recently got married to his wife, though, right? And apparently, shortly after the marriage, he allowed her to do a BBC scene with another man. And now he's been deemed like the laughing stock of the internet. People are calling him a cook. People are calling him all of this, that, and the third. I mean,
is that the one where the she was like, my birthday gift from my husband just got here or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, 'cause I saw a video like that, but I didn't know who the
White
lady
woman?
was.
Yeah.
And there was like a dude
She
walked
was
in with a
fine.
whole bunch of I mean,
Black
she was
dude.
white.
Black dude.
A big ass black nigga.
He was just big, and I don't know if he was black or just tan.
No, if you we probably talking about the same
So
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. That makes sense.
When she was like, my birthday present is right here, right now, and then he
Yeah.
like walks up.
Yeah, flex his chest a little bit, does some
Yeah.
weird stuff.
That was like, it was just a clip of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think we're talking about the same thing. And apparently, so Adam's rationale for it was, he wanted her to have a successful porn career, and they felt like if she did a scene with a prominent porn actor, that it would boost the ratings and stuff like that, so on and so forth, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
But mind you that Adam himself and his podcast, along with his podcast, like, it's $1 million business, multi-million-dollar business.
Mm-hmm.
And so people were saying, like, how much extra money would you need? You know
All
what I'm
of
saying?
it.
You talk your shit, Fred. Fred said all of it. But yeah. So I guess I don't even know the real question to ask you, but like, do y'all have any takes on that from just what I've said so far? Like, do y'all have any ideas about?
Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
I mean, it's not no question here, but I mean, when I seen it, and I thought it was like a game, but I guess it was for real.
Yeah,
But
it's for real.
Yeah, it's real life.
Yeah, she did it.
She got slayed.
Yeah, and
Yes,
apparently the next couple of times they had sex, or the next time they had sex, she was sore.
So
Hey.
So the next time she had sex with Adam, then
Yeah.
damn, he murderized her though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And but I don't know. This shit kind of tricky though. I couldn't myself. Hey, I couldn't be with you. Like, we couldn't be like straight together type shit. Nah, I couldn't even do that. Like, we could probably still fuck around or something, but I don't even know then. I mean, like, if you, I could still fuck you anyway. Like, I can't. We could do, but we probably never be together. Like, I can't even.
You talking about like as a wife and stuff like that?
Hell yeah, I can't do that because you liking this shit. Like, hell nah, and it's like at the end, like, nah. You so? How long y'all was fucking? And couple fucking the shit out you. And you like it. Like, nah, I can't even. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
ain't
he
that
said,
the
I think he said he hasn't watched the scene. I don't think he has any
like,
intention on watching the whole
and then that's the
half
thing.
hour
Those
thing.
scenes be lasting long as fuck.
half hour, yeah.
They be like, nah, she getting slayed. No, she liked it. She was happy for it.
And he
was
said
like-
something about that. He said if she's not enjoying herself, then it's not. Then that's like the point
Oh
of it.
no, but then I'm gonna tell you something. Human beings,
Okay, this nigga just got deep. He said he got articulate. He's a human being. God dang, Drizzy, can you talk to us?
bruh, man, nigga. Okay, I don't even. You stopped me. You shouldn't have stopped me.
My bad, bro.
I'm not about to say what I was just about to say, but
Human beings.
human beings, I don't know why they choose to cross the line and go too far down the road, the deep road, but it's not thinking logically. It's not thinking, it's just no way. It's no way that the shit that you think is straight in your brain and everything's up there is clicking. It's no fucking way. And you can go back to, no. Hell nah. And my wife, he said she ain't enjoying herself. She getting smashed. Yeah, she enjoying herself. She love this shit.
Yeah.
He told us she so. You ain't even doing that. She thinking about this nigga that she just got smashed on for an hour plus. Fuck that. Nah, nigga.
Oh, okay, y'all.
Wife just come in for getting smashed. She can't even make you dinner tonight, nigga. big black dude.
Oh my God.
KO'd her.
Hey, boy, you going too wild.
For real though.
Was she a porn star prior?
Nah,
to
she
this?
was.
I
mean,
think
look,
so. I think that they
they was doing videos and they was fucking. They had threesomes and all. Her and Adam was fucked, but she never fucked anybody else outside of Adam in their relationship.
So I don't think I'm familiar with the
Except for
No
other
Joker
females.
Other females, but nah, she ain't getting
because it's a you have to go to like a porn
Bruh,
website to find it.
bruh,
'Cause
she-
it's a porn thing.
Bro, she ain't getting drilled by no other nigga. Like, feel only person was hitting with Adam. And you mean to tell me you let this big black King Kong ass nigga come in here and slave out? Nah, nigga, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy as hell. And you ain't gonna tell me that you didn't like it, and you gonna get up here and say, if you ain't like it, if she ain't enjoy herself, then what? Shit don't make no sense.
So how do y'all feel about it? I understand, like, I'm mostly jive with what you said as far as on a personal level,
Mhm.
and I think that you've kind of co-signed here or there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about how people view it though, just as a society? Do you feel like
No, they stupid.
the criticism is warranted?
At the end of the day, they stupid. You can't tell other people what to do and how to choose to live their lives. Okay, Adam got into the porn business. I mean, hell, he was a fucking podcaster. Yeah, he making money, but you can't get mad at him that his podcast was successful. That he want to keep on going to go get some money. Same thing with Fred said he want all the money. So I mean, I don't trip to that. More money, more shit. You feel me? Yeah. But you can't tell nobody how to live their life. If they choose to do that, then they came together. This is what they want to do. Not saying it's not weird. Not saying that it's not okay. But hell, you can't do nothing against it.
Yeah,
you can't.
And
Go ahead. And for the people that's even feel something about it, it's a porn business. If they're porn stars now, bro, it doesn't matter. You can't feel no type of way. You don't feel no way about the other porn stars that's out here fucking and shit.
they do. They do. But it's
but I mean, they made that choice to be porn stars, though.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
even in that business, like, you can't even feel no type of way.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, cuckold is a real category.
Yeah.
So who's to say that he's not, like? I mean, obviously he's okay with it. He set it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that it's crazy what people will do for money. And I don't feel like, I personally feel like possession is warranted in a marriage.
Okay.
I want to be possessed.
Okay.
I want my wife to be jealous of me. I'm gonna be jealous of her. That's like, we're married. You know what I'm saying? You're mine, I'm yours. End of story. What we do outside of that is cool, or what we do, like, you know, in our own personal businesses is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you don't feel any type of, like, you just, yeah, take my wife, like, that's crazy to me. I can't even
I understand.
I can't even really fathom that type of position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, I wouldn't want to be in this situation. Like, we might as well just be friends.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And let's just get money together.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Business partners.
Mm.
But like, you talking about a family?
Shit.
We're gonna be a family, and this is what we're doing. And I, like, maybe I haven't reached that level of maturity to where,
I don't know if it's necessarily a thing of maturity, but go ahead.
yeah, like, I because I've watched people talk about their polyamorous relationships, and they always try to make the point of, well, you know, it's an ego thing. You're jealous of, you know, your jealousy is your ego. And I'm like, fuck that. Yeah, cool. Like, I'll have an ego. I'll be jealous. I'll be whatever name you want to call me, but you're not fucking my wife.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not it.
It's not it.
Yeah.
It's not it.
Yeah, I heard it here first. Philosopher Fred, man. This shit is not fucking it at
That's
all.
not it.
Yeah.
Not my wife, you know what I mean? Hell no. Like, nah, we just had a whole ceremony, and then a week half later, somebody else in her guts. Smashing her.
In her good.
Big came back, goddamn soul. She ain't, man.
Sword.
She gotta lay down. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you still trying to fuck her out after that. She ain't feel
She
nothing,
said, "Ooh,
cuz.
not tonight. I can't."
Yeah. Ain't feel nothing cause old buddy just slayed her.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That is wild now.
That's different, kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's strong. That's a different kind of man You know, you can't compete when you don't compare. We can never amount to the strength that he has to go through this. Never amount to it, boy. I ain't strong enough, nigga.
Yo.
I ain't there yet.
Yeah.
I'm down here, cuz. Like,
They got it, bro. They got that shit. Hey.
Yo.
But I'm gonna say this: society shouldn't feel no way about it. And you should have no comment about it. You shouldn't try to call Adam this and that and this, because at the end of the day, they are doing it for money and doing it for, you know what I mean, to get jumpstart her porno industry life. I guess. I mean, hey, do your thing. You feel me?
Becoming a
fuck the shit out of my wife too. Then,
like becoming a gangbanger after 30. Like,
no, it's like becoming a gangbanger after accepting Jesus as your Lord and Savior. It's like
that's crazy.
It's like I just got baptized and I'm on the corner, so on
got
Christ.
A degree, you selling drugs,
slinging that cane.
Come on.
Y'all heard about? Man, we ain't gonna talk about that here.
But this was my only comment on it. This is my only comment on it. I generally feel about the same way that y'all do. It ain't my cup of tea. And I think that it's perfectly reasonable. I think that it's perfectly reasonable for you to have your standard, even if it's not equal across the board. If that's just how you jive. That's just how you jive. It's okay for me and my lady to have sex with other women, but I don't really too much like it if she wants to have sex with other men. Some people just have that dynamic, you know what I'm saying? And once again, if that's what you want, if that's what you are, go find somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta know what you get yourself
into. Gotta know what you're getting yourself into. That's be the name of this episode. Gotta know what you get yourself into.
You got to know.
But this is one thing that I will say.
Ooh, shit,
and this is just
boy.
kind of just like a sobering. I'm just like I want to put it into perspective.
These niggas going crazy, boy.
They've had over 200 or 300 other scenes with other women.
Yeah.
She had sex with another man one time. We almost have a numerical metric for how disproportionate male sexual promiscuity is seen versus female. It's like a dude can fuck 300 women. But if one woman has sex with one man, we nailing you to the cross.
Oh yeah,
that's what I don't. That's what I don't.
Nailed to the
were
cross.
they were threesomes, or were they just scenes of him fucking other women?
I mean,
they were threesomes.
They were threesomes, but my thing is this:
nailed to the cross.
Does it really matter? Because and the only reason I say that, the only reason I say that is because in lieu of the way that people who believe in marriage from a religious standpoint, I don't think that it ought matter to them, because it's at the end of the day it's all infidelity. You feel what I'm saying? So I get what I'm not saying that there's not a difference. It most certainly is. What I'm saying though is that if you view it all as infidelity, you feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like the people who have the biggest problem with it are the religious Bible thumpers.
Them niggas should be watching porn anyway.
They shouldn't be watching porn anyway.
They shouldn't even know who these people
and
are.
on top of that, Adam22 has outwardly declared himself to be not a racist. I'm sorry, that's not true. That is not true. An atheist.
I didn't know if you was going to say racist or rapist. I was just like,
I was like, damn.
No. He's declared himself to be an atheist, so he probably doesn't have a lot of Christian views. But
and like I guess I need to go do my research. But like if she's also having sex with the women, like, you know what I'm saying, like, then because women sometimes bitches like bitches. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But
But he has had, the thing is, he has penetrated other women in the relationship.
He ain't leading them
without her there.
I don't know. I don't think that it's too far fetched to believe.
But we don't, like, is it on camera?
It's not on camera.
Yeah.
It's not on camera. But once again, I recognize that all of those things are factors and variables that, so far as people care about it, will matter. You get what I'm saying? I get that. But it's just the idea that I don't know. I feel like if the roles were reversed, where a woman and a husband were doing threesome scenes and all of the other participants were males, it would still have been a problem. You feel what I'm saying? It probably would have been a bigger problem. It'd been like, not only are you a cook, but you're the ultimate cook. You do this with all of these different scenes and stuff like that. So it's just like, once again, it still falls back to the disproportionate way that we view female promiscuity versus male promiscuity. And beyond that, this is a once again, people probably not gonna like what I'm about to say. And I'm cool with that. Let me take my chain out. I feel like this. If two dudes run a train, like a legit train on a woman, then turn around and criticize said woman as a slut or whore or whoever, or if you participate in running trains, you ain't got to be the ones that actually did it, but if you participate in that kind of activity or would, but then turn around and judge said woman, I think that you are more trash and more garbage than you ever could consider that woman. The reason I say that is because of this. Let's just say, what do we use when we say that someone is doing something wrong? We have some moral standard that we're holding them up against, right? Does that make sense? We have some standard of this is what you should be doing. This is what's beneficial. This is what's, we have this list of things in our head and we hold them up against that. And we say, okay, you definitely didn't do these things. As a matter of fact, you did the exact opposite. So that for us, we say that you're wrong, right? For example, Christians think that you shouldn't be having sex outside of marriage. Mm-hmm. So for you to do that, in their eyes, you're wrong, sinful. Makes sense. So if we say that morality on a base level, just a cut, dry definition, if we say the morality is simply doing that which is beneficial to others and yourself, right? We cool with that? Mm-hmm. That would be a standard for morality, a clear, like we could add other stuff, we could build on top of it, but as a foundation, doing that which is beneficial to others and yourself. Yeah. If you do anything outside of that, you're acting immoral.
Cool.
Is that cool? We cool with that?
Yeah.
Mm. It's just a foundation. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's some kinks here and there, but just as a foundation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cool.
I would change the word beneficial.
To what?
Just
because beneficial is subjective?
Yeah, and because I don't think that things being beneficial to someone are necessarily a basis for morality.
Acting in a way, it's about how you act in the way that would be perceived beneficial or neutral. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're doing something that is in direct contrast to someone's benefit, then you could argue that you're harming someone.
Yeah, okay. You
get what I'm saying? So if we're doing something that's neutral, it's not hurting nobody, or we're doing something that's positive to somebody, we're purposefully, intentionally acting in a way that we could consider moral, good. Makes sense?
Okay.
It's not to say that you act in a way because you can intentionally act in a way and it cause something bad to happen. That doesn't mean that you're immoral because you didn't intend to do that. Does that make sense? So it's all about the intention to do good or to be neutral or to not cause harm to anybody and try to do what's good for yourself as long as you ain't hurt nobody. We cool on that. Okay. If you then turn around and do something that you consider to be harmful to someone else at your own benefit, not only are you doing something harmful to someone else, but you're so selfish that you're willing to do it in spite of how you actually view it. Your standard of morality is any woman that allows dudes to run trains on her is wanton, is a whore, and all of this other stuff. She's trash and all of this other stuff. But then you're the one that participates in doing it. It's like saying any person, it's not a direct comparison, but it's just like saying anybody that lets themselves get robbed is a trash person. Mm-hmm. But you're the one that's robbing and you're the one that's going out and doing it. You kind of get what I'm saying? It's like, how do you participate in the thing?
I see what you're getting at with this. I see exactly.
How do you say that?
And I mean, shit, boy, that's a good ass analysis.
Though. How do you participate in the thing that harms the person and then criticize the person?
But okay, cool. I mean, it's just gonna have to. It's only one thing you can say to this shit that you can be. That can hold some weight to it. You gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
Man, yeah.
You have to. Yeah. You just have to. But then also it gotta be in agreement with upon the people that's into it. That's in it. Yeah. You gotta have them two things. As long as they agree.
Yeah. You most certainly have to.
We can't say nothing. We can't feel no type of way because they agree to this. It's check mark. Yeah. It's done. But man, that shit wild, boy.
Yeah, and because then the only reason I brought it there.
But then I mean, you can't come home so and fuck though, shawty, man. You can't even cook, man.
But no. So this is my thing. I'm not saying
he got slayed one.
I'm not saying it to that. I'm not saying it to that. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it to the people who criticize, because I feel like you criticize a woman for going out and having sex outside of her marriage, but then would be the person to fuck somebody's wife. How do you contribute to the thing that you criticize?
I guess more say like you criticize her for doing that, but you watched it. Because if she was doing it for money to be a porn star or whatever, then it's for the adult entertainment industry.
Right.
So if you're criticizing this whole behavior, but you're actively supporting the adult
same thing
film industry.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I get that.
Yeah. So it's just like I don't see the point in criticizing a thing that you actively participate in.
Yeah, you can't feel no type of way about it.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you can't. What I'm saying is if you do, you are weirder than the people that you criticize. That's all that I'm saying.
I think it's just weird that people are critical of it. And actually, no. I don't think that it's weird, because people are critical of everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody's entitled to their opinion.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you do something because I was about to say, if they're cool with it and that's what they want to do within their marriage, then who are we to criticize it? But
you have the right to criticize.
Yeah, like that's the main thing that I feel like social media has done, is giving everybody a voice and giving everybody with an ass in the mouth a chance to shit out of either one of them.
Boy, you went crazy. You went crazy.
He did.
I agree with that. I think that I'm just taking it a step further to say, yes. However, it's just really weird for you to have a stance that falls into that same light. It's just like perspective for me, because it's just like, it was humbling for me when I first came to this understanding a long time ago, because I was just like, because more than anything, I don't want to be a hypocrite, because I feel like that's one of the, like, it doesn't matter how much truth I ever tell to the world. If someone can look back and say, well, Will Band talk about this all the time, but then he go back and do it, then it's kind of like all of my credibility is now being called into question. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, people most certainly have the right to criticize. You can say what you want to say and feel how you want to feel. It also comes with a cost, in my opinion, though, of you looking very hypocritical and very trash if you so happen to hold a position where you criticize a thing but then actively participate in the thing. You know what I'm saying? And the only way in my eyes that you could justify it, and we can get off of it because we've been on here for a minute. The only thing in my eyes that could justify it is if you were to say, well, it's okay for men to do this, but it's not okay for women to do this. Therefore, I'm justified in my belief that I can run a train on a woman all day, but she's not supposed to have a train ran on her. But then again, you would have to say that your justification is that you believe that women's sexual promiscuity is held to a different standard than men's in a society where all we've been trying to do is disseminate social equity. It's sticky. It's sticky. I ain't telling people what to believe. I'm just trying to point out, hypocritical belief.
That should be lame, y'all, sometimes.
Yeah.
And all y'all that got daughters, like, just, I like to say that people need to be mindful of what they're saying before they have daughters.
Yeah.
Because you can, and not necessarily directed at you or anybody in particular, just you can say a lot of things about how you feel women should be or how free women should be. But when you are looking at your daughter and you try to say that shit, like, and that's, I guess for me, that's where I come from. Like, as a married man who has a daughter who is a beautiful little girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not raising her to feel like, go throw your ass everywhere. Like, or just be free and to, like, I'm still going to be teaching her that there is some value in being reserved for, I'm not going to try to turn her into a prude or anything like that. Like,
No.
But at the same time, some of the shit that niggas be saying, like, I'm not with that. And a lot of times, and you're already married, so I don't feel this way about you. But I know for a fact when I look at Twitter and I look at Instagram and I look at Facebook or whatever, and people, I see men on here talking about you can't police women and you can't do this and you can't do that. I'm like, you ain't got no daughter. You know what I'm saying? You might not have no sister. You got a mom, but your mom might be in these streets. But like you just, I as a father cannot get with that program. And like to an extent, you know what I'm saying? Like like I said, I don't want to make her feel like she should be in a box or that her value is tied to her, sexual whatever. I'm just also not going to tell her like you can go out here and do what men do, because regardless of what people say on the surface, no man is going out here looking for a woman that's been with 100 niggas. You know what I'm saying? Not one of y'all. And if you are, cool. But in reality, like a man with and I don't want to sound like this, but a man of substance, a man with values, a man who has value wants his woman to have value. And again, I don't want to teach her that her value is tied to her body count. Matter of fact, these are conversations I really don't want to have with her. But, I do have to think forward. And I have to think about what she's going to be doing at 16 and 17. And so when she looks back at me talking on a podcast, I don't want to be like, well, Dad, you said that, because that's just not what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, for sure.
And I do still feel like I said, like, as a real niggas not going out there looking for that. Like, they don't want that.
I want you to understand that I completely understand and respect your position. And I feel like it's very valid. The thing that I call into question, not just with you, I'm talking about just in general, is the disproportionate way. Because when I talk about this stuff, I talk about it more from a societal point of view. Mm-hmm. So I understand the personal point of view that you're talking about, right? So from a societal point of view, though, should a woman also settle for a man with 100 bodies?
She don't have to, and
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think she should.
And so when we talk about these things, that's the angle of approach. At least my angle of approach. You feel what I'm saying? It's not to say that what you're talking about should not exist. Yeah. I absolutely will fight for your right or anybody else's right to have that position. The thing that I don't fuck with is when you have this one standard for women, but then we fall short of holding our men accountable. And the only reason I have this job, this disagreement, is because I've said multiple times about people being oppressed and overcompensation. What people don't understand about overcompensation is that it's terminal. The only way that you stop overcompensation from a group of people is if it's just like cancer. Either it's going to have to go into natural regression or it's going to kill the society. And so you have to be mindful about the way that we have to be mindful about the way that we talk about these issues, what we support, even if it's not something that we necessarily like. Because I'll be honest with you, some of the stuff I talk about, I don't necessarily like it, but I recognize that in order for us to have a functional society in the future, that's the way that it's going to have to be, because that's the way that that's the direction that we're headed in. You know what I'm saying? And the conversations are just going to have to be had, because otherwise, the moment that you start trying to police anybody that has ever been oppressed, once they've gotten to the point of overcompensation, it's only going to exacerbate the issue, because I'm trying to tell you, someone who has been oppressed, that has now been liberated, and you said, I'm not taking the fucking no more. And I'm trying to fuck you. And you saying, I'm not taking the fucking no more. You gonna be hypersensitive to any type of policing. You feel what I'm saying? And it's gonna exacerbate the issue and make the terminal issue more terminal. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I have that angle. But that's not to say that what you're talking about is completely and 100% valid. Because if that's the standard that you have, it's the standard that you have. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And like I said, if somebody came at you about that standard, you know what I'm saying, hit them with an elbow like John Jones. You feel? Real crazy, real tough, like real tough. Like.
I do agree. I think it should be a standard for everyone just to like just put your shit up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta fuck everything.
You ain't gotta fuck everything.
What I'm saying? Like, and if you do, cool.
And that's the thing, she wanted to.
He's still stuck on it. He's still stuck on it, bro.
She wanted to, man.
Hey, Drizzy living vicariously through my veins a little bit. He said, "Hey, man, no."
No, I'm like, I don't know. He gonna come home and say, "So, how did it go?" Oh, you feel me? Like he came home. Yeah. So, how did it go, baby? I'm sore. It was good. I'm sore. Bruh, and I'm gonna say he ain't try to fuck on the same night. He probably try to fuck a day later, 2 days, and bitch still fucking so. Oh, nigga, that's different. Oh. So she got slayed, but it ain't playing like that.
I think she said, I could be wrong, but
what she said?
He did an interview on the No Jumper podcast with his wife. Like
she was talking about it.
Yeah.
Whoa, she remembered it all. I
think she said, I could be wrong.
That's crazy.
Y'all fact check me. I just don't have the energy to look it up right now because it's hot. But I think that she said it was like 4 days or something like that.
That she was sore for 4 days?
Maybe something like that.
Oh my God.
But you have to understand, we're talking about a gentleman with a tremendous nigga log. You know what I'm saying? Like this man. Like this man.
And she wanted that shit.
like
came back, can't even cook, can't even stand.
Because I've seen I've seen the blacked pornos, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's one of the people that they use in the pornos. Yeah. Like speaking from a very professional point of view, he has a very tremendously large nigga log.
Professional in what way?
From a professionally, I look at professionally.
She got her walls so down, man. Like,
yeah, you're a connoisseur.
Yeah. I sit down with tea and crumpets and I just observe.
That's crazy, man.
That shit is crazy. But don't quote me on the 4 day thing. No, but it was for something.
Shot was up for 4 days.
This man Dre take everything at face value.
Yeah. She was so high.
Yeah.
Couldn't even cook my man food. He came home. How did it go? Bit wanted to say amazing, but she could say that. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, those are pretty much all of my thoughts on that Adam22 thing. Long story short, get off my mains, bro. Like y'all ain't talking about shit, man.
Shit. Buddy got on his wife, but go ahead.
But you know what? Okay, so I will say this. Jokes are warranted. You're gonna get jokes. I don't like the people that genuinely feel away though. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I've seen people be like, I lost all respect for you as a man. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro,
why?
That don't put food on his plate. Your
respect
respect for the man does not put food on his plate.
That's crazy.
It's like when you get that invested in another man's business, I question like, bro, you want to suck him? You know what I'm saying? Like you like him or something like that. Like get off that man thing like that. Like I get the jokes, and like I think that he was ready for the jokes. You obviously gonna get jokes,
but he really don't care, even like in his own.
Yeah. And if anything, to me, the idea that you willing to take the brunt of that, and you just based about it, to me is more of a masculine trait than like being puffed up and angry and about another man.
Fuck that.
That's what
hey bro, he too strong. He more manly than me, boy. I can't take
no. I'm talking about like the people that are huffing and puffing and are actually mad about what he got going on.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm not talking. Yeah, I'm not talking about like being puffed up about the fact that she did it. I'm talking about like people mad at going back to what I'm saying. Like how you gon' criticize some stuff and then be an active participant. Like you puffed up and you mad about another man and he based. What? I could never, bro. Like I just could never, bro. Like
especially that.
I'm not. Yeah, I could.
Gave her the go ahead.
I could never, bro.
He probably wanted his wife to get smashed too.
Probably did.
I'm off of it, bro.
Probably did, but my thing is this:
they weird.
He ain't worried about y'all. Y'all worried about him, right? That shit crazy. All right, let's move, man. Let's move. Let's get to it.
Exciting, yeah.
France is falling, man. They went into it's died down now.
They took over. They took over France.
Yeah, man. The police gunned down a 17-year-old in a car. And okay, so this is a hot take. So I want to believe it was the. God dang, this is All Facts Podcast, and I do not have the article up. I apologize sincerely beforehand. But long story short, I want to believe the president, or it might have been somebody. It might have been like it was someone of some very important position.
The Lord of France. Go ahead.
The man said the Lord of France. They tried to make it out to be copycat behavior, trying to say that the rioting and stuff like that is copycat behavior from what they've witnessed going on in America. And this is what I have to say about that. To everybody that might be in a position of power, you might have a business, you might be in some type of legal position, you might be a city clerk, you might be a city councilman, you might be the mayor. It might be you, Tommy Battle, listening to this podcast. You have to understand.
Say the name, man. That's cool.
You feel me? You have to recognize.
He real as hell.
That when people were less educated, and it ain't even about education. They just had less access to the world because the internet didn't exist, right? And people were raised in a way where their livelihood depended on them being and acting a certain way, having a certain mentality. You had to be tough. You had to be, because that's just the way the workforce was. You had to be willing to go out and work for long hours. You had to be willing to accept certain truths about the world and stuff like that. And that's the way that it had to be, you know? And now you have a group of people, a generation, that not only are these people lazy, but they smart. And they got access to the world. And the thing about smart, lazy people is we innovate. We will work really, really, really hard to not do any work. You know what I'm saying? And because we have this entitlement, because we have this way about ourselves, you can't approach the new generation today on the same type of rigmarole, rah, you gonna do what I say type of thing, because we don't respect that. We respect people who are people. You get what I'm saying? That understand the struggle of being a person, that understand, you know what I'm saying, human rights and stuff like that. We don't respect that. We don't respect that like the older generations do. And it's just a thing that you're gonna have to understand, because otherwise you're going to end up in a position like this dude. He said that it was copycat behavior, and that that all everybody who's being perpetrators are going to be punished in this, that, and the third. If you ignore what I just said, you're going to end up in a situation like France. I don't think that it's copycat behavior. It may be, and even if it is, you have to understand that you're talking about a generation of people that ain't taking no bullshit. They gonna riot, they gonna kick up dust, they gonna spit, they gonna holler. You know what I'm saying? And they not gonna take the fucking. Once somebody realizes that they ain't gotta take the fucking, and they know how to not take the fucking no more, you can't fuck them. you can't do it. You can't do it. You're not about to fuck these folks. You're not about to tell them. You feel what I'm saying? You're not about to just shoot some 17-year-old boy and think that you ain't gonna, like, there going to be no repercussions. Like, that's happened way too long now. It was a servant group of people that would just at a period of time would have been like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's peacefully march. Let's do this, that, and the third.
But this ain't that.
This ain't that. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but what I'm saying is that if you don't recognize that that's the case, you're going to end up in that situation. You got to understand who you're dealing with now. We got what's the what you saying, Drizzy? Talk to him. Talk to him.
Hey man.
Hey,
you got to understand what you're dealing with.
You got to understand what you're dealing with. God dang, that's the theme.
You got to know what you're getting yourself into.
That's the theme, man. You got to understand what you're getting yourself into. Mm-hmm. And because of that, man, I think, man, it's a lot.
So they start burning down there in France, huh?
Bro, it was crazy. Have y'all not seen any of the video?
Nah, we ain't seen none of this shit. I see they ain't saying that. France is going on the fucking fire. Burn it down.
Well, no, he said burn it down.
Burn it down. They shut that boy.
But the thing is, it started spreading in multiple different cities. It wasn't just in the city that
They
it took
shouldn't have
place in.
shot that boy like that.
It's
That's
crazy.
their fucking fault.
It's
He
crazy.
ain't had to pull that trigger on that man.
That's crazy. Yeah.
How is the rioting copycat behavior, but the police shooting somebody is not
Ain't copycat.
behavior?
Ooh, motherfucker.
Oh, smokestack lightning.
God damn.
Oh, snap.
I know you were gonna be preaching tonight, but damn, my nigga.
Oh, snap.
Shit.
We talking that smokestack lightning.
That's why, like,
That's some real ass shit.
that's
Are
why
y'all
you
talk-
deserve the riots.
Are y'all talking smokestack lightning?
Look,
Hey, I'm talking that smoke.
some shit like that happen. The first thing you shit on is the people that's upset about it.
Yeah.
One over there
You-
stacking it up, and
Hey,
Philosopher got that damn
hey
right.
man, you got the big box, bro. I can't compete. Can't compete where you don't compare.
Can't compete when you don't
It's
compare,
over
boy.
with.
Yeah,
It's over with.
Yeah, you got that.
It's
one.
over with, player.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Talk about the TIPs, man.
the tips.
Yeah, man.
What do y'all think is a reasonable tip when you go out and tip? We all go out and eat. What do y'all think is a reasonable tip? People, before we even answer, I want y'all to stop what y'all doing right now. Leave a comment if you're on YouTube. Leave a comment in the comments. How much do y'all feel like is a reasonable tip when you go out to a restaurant? Know what you guys think? Dre said your whole life savings.
We want it all. But nah, like, I will say this. Working in a restaurant and going out to eat at the restaurant. First off, you gotta know if you're working at the restaurant what you can and can't get. You feel me? If you in the kitchen, you getting the paycheck. If you're not, then you're not gonna get no paycheck type shit. You know what I mean? You getting your tips. But also, people that go out to eat gotta also know that when you go to a restaurant, you asking for people to serve you. That's why I had to learn. Like, now you really asking some people to serve you. If not, you can get this shit to go and go back home. Out the gate, you're asking for a service, and then I mean, hell, it's not guaranteed you have to tip. Now you feel me? But if you going out and you using the restaurant for what the restaurant really is, and you sitting there asking for stuff, ordering stuff back to back, you feel me? Then cool, tip. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be fucking stupid. But if we looking for a reasonable tip and we really want to go by, like how I'm saying, like if you're coming out for a service, then cool. If that bill $50, leave 10. If it get to 100, you gotta leave 20. If that shit is $25, leave 5. That's how that shit just stack up in reality because of the percentile of what the person is serving you for. You feel me? And your bill keep going up, then your percentile just keep getting higher because you're asking for more and more.
So you saying 20%?
Nah. What I'm saying is 18.
18%?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's 18. That it go from 18 to 20 to 22. That's how they do it. Or well, at least from where I'm at. And that's how I always seen it. But I mean, if they got it standardized like that in the restaurant businesses all the way across, I mean, most people give out 18% anyway. What I said was 18. You feel me? Most people do that, you know what I mean? And that's how it just is. 25 is 5. $50 is 10. It might be some more change, but that's what it's rounding out to be. And if you get your shit all the way to $100, just leave 20. You can leave 15. Ain't too much, but it's around that area. And it's the same way you keep going up. If you get to 150, leave 30. You get to 200, leave 40. Cause that's what that 18% is. You feel me? And that's the minimum. You feel me? You can give out 15 or 10 or 5, but that's not like that person was working for 5, 10, or 15. It's more so 18% at the end. Now, if you want to give out more than that, shit just on you. But like in the restaurants, it's just if it's the standard, then that's just the only standard, man. You feel me? But that's just the only thing. I mean,
what you think, Fred?
I think it's based on whoever serving me.
Yeah, also.
And what you doing.
Yeah, I'm taking into context that they're doing their job also, but it's exactly that too.
You got to be doing a good job because it's a whole lot of jobs that you just get a regular check for. And back in the day, tipping was based on, excellent service, not just you doing your job, which is, and this is no offense to any servers out there, but if the job is you bringing the food from the kitchen to my table, that's what the fuck you signed up to do. So, unless you are doing it with a smile and being, generally like making my dining experience more pleasant, You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I could go home and, you know what I'm saying, my wife been at home with the kid all day and she bring the table food to my table and just drop it in front of me. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, I can get an attitude for free. You know what I'm saying? Not saying my wife would have an attitude. I love you, baby. But
shout out to the wifey.
And shout out to my wife because she's the dopest. But yeah, like if you a server and like I don't like that standard thing just because the standard should be your employer should be paying you a living wage. That's who people need to be mad at. Or I ain't gonna say mad at, but like
going to.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got to this point where you'll see people talking about if you can't afford the tip, you shouldn't go out to eat. Nigga, hold on. Wait a minute. If you can't afford to pay your bills, that's not on me. Because when you say if the bill is $100 and leave 20, now you just made my bill $120 for just, you know what I'm saying? Now, again, if the service is there, you cool, you making jokes, you know, whoop, 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 whoop. Bet I might tip you 40. You know what I'm saying? And
see, and then after that doesn't matter. See, like Fred is cool. That's absolutely. He has as how he feel is perfect. That's how he's supposed to feel. That's exactly how he's supposed to feel. Because if they ain't doing their job, if they ain't bringing you food, they ain't there making sure. Because sometimes you might be trying to talk to your wife. You want some privacy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if they gauging all of this and they doing their job, I'm going off that they doing their job and you happy. You like, nah, he would give it out. Yeah. It's no fucking reason. Like, he don't mind fucking tipping. That's all I fucking heard. Like, nah, we would never, like, nah, I understand it. Like, nah. No problems with that. That's exactly. If somebody doing their job, they coming to you, everything nice and everything go fucking smooth. Guess what Fred gonna do? Tip. And like I said that little baseline shit for the 18. Now Fred said, you do good. I'm gonna give you 40 on that. You just got what? A fucking 30 plus. Damn, come on, man. Almost a 40% tip. He almost about to be at 50% on tipping. Like, nah, Fred will fucking tip. But I would say this is part of his experiences and what he didn't have, and it didn't amount to because servers are fucking weak. And I'm not gonna lie to you. He probably haven't been getting no good server, and it's been like 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. Like, motherfuckers just don't do their job. And he asking like, how hard really is it?
Hey, post-pandemic services ass
as fuck. So I can't even get mad at him. I can't. And then that's what he going off for. But nah, it's somebody going there doing their damn job and serving my nigga, then he's gonna fucking tip. But overall, like, nah. That's what it is. Like, no, you gotta do your job now.
I had one experience. Is a bartender, and I probably shouldn't speak on it because she don't know exactly who she is.
So,
straight
facts. For real though, fuck that shit because I don't like her. But like, okay, so I walked up to the bar, and mind you, I ain't been drinking for a minute. Now that's not true. I've cut back on drinking. Like, I used to like to drink a lot, but now, as far as going out and being at bars and stuff like that, I don't be trying to be lit like that. I got to the bar. Before I could sit down good, I went to speak to my homie. She said, what you drinking? What you drinking? What you drinking? Like, hold on. I'll come to you when I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Or another time, I asked her for a drink. You know, she turned around, poured it, one number, a little shot. She told me, make sure you customize my tip. And I was just like, because, you know, they got the options where you can give 15, 18, 20% or whatever. And you got the custom line to add more than that. Yeah. And I'm like, now you say something like that to me more than once, the next time it's going to be less. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't got to tip you nothing just for, like, pouring a drink. You know what I'm saying? Just, like, I don't know. Like, it's the entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are not entitled to my money just because you chose this job. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I fully support, you know, like I said, people who give good service, you know what I'm saying, doing a good job.
But nah, if she acting like that, Fred, then hell nah. I mean, you don't gotta sugarcoat shit.
She damn near the reason I don't drink.
Yeah, and the bitch up here rushing you and keep on coming at, and then she come back around and say some shit like, man, she customize my tip. Man, get your trenches ass on, man. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, come on, you feel me? Like, it's just that, man. Like, I mean, it's cool. Yeah. Cause you got somebody else that'll say, are you ready to order? You're like, nah, I'm talking to my friend. Okay, cool. I just come back. Or you just let me know when you're ready for a drink. They could have approached it like that. And then what? All right, my point. Like, nah, man. No. I ain't going for that bullshit. Yeah, you good.
I do understand what you're saying about the entitlement.
Yeah,
I do get that.
You can't come off like that because it's not. It's just not. Then at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you some real ass shit. I'm gonna tell you just some real ass shit. If you don't know, then you dumb. Any server that's in the server industry, we don't get chicks. I don't get no chick. Reason I don't get no chick because I'm making way too much fucking money in tips. It's fucking astonishing. I am. That's just the bottom line of it. I'm making way too much money to get a check. If I was to get a check, I would be $100,000 ass nigga every year. I'll be a 6-figure ass nigga. That's granted. But I'm gonna say this: if a server don't get tipped or they don't make enough in that day, do you know what they can do? They can go to their employer and say, I don't think I made enough for this day. They're gonna get paid $7.25 or whatever their minimum wage is for that state for however long they've been there, because they wasn't compensated for their stay. Most people don't know that. Most people don't be thinking about it. Most people don't read their laws on this server. Like, you have restaurant laws for just entitled for you as a server and X, Y, and Z's. You have that. So if you don't be compensated for the day and your tips, you can go to your employer and tell them, now for this day, for these hours, I need to be making minimum wage because I did not make enough.
So who decides what's enough?
I would say, like, if I work for 6 hours and I make $20 or $30, I would say when they start doing the math, it would have to be lower than what minimum wage is.
Okay.
So if you do math on minimum wage or whatever state you're in, and you make less than that for your whole shift of work, you can go to them and say, I need to be
compensated.
Yeah, I need this. I need for this day to be not $213. Need to be minimum wage so I can, because I didn't make more than what minimum wage was for. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's how they got it out. Whatever. Like, so if it was what is it here? $7.25?
I hope not.
I think it's still. I don't even think that shit 10 here, bro. Minimum wage went up in Alabama? I don't think so. I think that shit still like $7.25. So like, jobs not giving that shit out no more because people not working there. But it has. I don't think it's changed. I don't think the law has changed about it.
No. So okay. So yeah. I mean,
because it's minimum wage.
Why you look at me like that?
Because I didn't know if you had something that you was gonna say about all this. Or...
Oh no, the only thing that I was gonna say was I tip just because I understand that that's the culture, and I mean that's just really what it boils down to. I understand that's the culture, and I understand social contract, and I know that regardless of the service that I got, I have this personal thing that I do called closing the gap. And the difference between an extraordinary person, a great person, and a good person, those are like, all of those different things are worlds apart. And instead of like going down, and this is just a personal thing, I'm not saying that anybody else has to, you know what I'm saying? But instead of like being like, oh, you didn't give me great service, so I'm not going to tip you. I'm going to tip you, and I'm going to make your day better because I was there, because I'm just egotistical like that. You know what I'm saying? It's really just an ego thing. It's just like, nah, I'm not going to, like, I'm extraordinary. And when I come to this establishment, I make it better. I don't care about your service. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's a me thing.
Conceited motherfucker.
Yeah, that's how my mom is. She's one of them saintly people that just is always gonna make the world a better place. Me, on the other hand, I choose violence. And it's only because, and it's not even to say that I would not tip.
Going crazy.
It's just that whole 18% of my bill. Like when I came to take my family out. I came to take my wife on a nice date. And if you don't know my wife, let me just tell you something. If you fuck up my service, you're fucking up my night or my evening or my time. Cause my wife don't play that shit. And it's gonna be me trying to keep her off your neck. You know what I'm saying? And then like that's stressful for me. You feel what I'm saying? But like for me to be in a situation where like, I'm sitting here like trying to have a nice evening. You got an attitude. Well, what do y'all want? Okay. Okay, like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like to be a smart ass, but I didn't ask you to work here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask you to be on shift today when I got here. I just knew that I wanted fucking steak and some wine, and that's what my wife wanted, so that's what we came to get. So it is your job to be pleasant.
I do agree with that. I do.
You know what I'm saying? It's in like I don't have no problems with what you said, because I feel like we need people like you, because there's way too many people like me who are like, all right, bitch, bet.
Yeah, I understand that.
But what I feel is that, and I also understand social contract. I understand the culture. I understand all those things. I still think it's wrong. I think that it's crazy, and I think it's
absurd,
almost like a metaphor for rich versus poor type thing, where you got these billionaire restaurant owners, you know what I'm saying, because most restaurants are not owned by one person. You know what I'm saying? It's owned by some type of chain, which is also up under some other conglomerate, whatever, and they got us sitting here arguing with each other, talking about, oh, if you can't afford the tip, you shouldn't come out. And I'm sitting here saying, oh, if you can't afford to pay rent, you shouldn't be working here. Like, we fighting with each other, and ain't neither one of us making that much money. You feel what I'm saying? Whereas in reality, like, these restaurants should be paying living wages, just like most other jobs out here. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's that. And then you have where somebody will come and say, well, that's just not how it is. Why the fuck not? Because if it's a billionaire, like, why do I have to come out an extra $20 off this 100 that I work for, which may or may not have been a day's wages for me, a week's wages for me, however, it could have been a month's fucking wage. I could have saved up $100 to take my wife out today, and now you want me to spend 20 more? Nah, I ain't with that shit. Like, I am, because social contract,
But I understand it, yeah.
But like, that's the part that I don't agree with. So it's like, I don't even be really mad at the servers for feeling the way they feel, because they got to pay their bills, and that is the job that they have. Or that is, that's what y'all got going on. That
might have been the quickest thing they could have got their hands on.
And I be knowing servers that, like, shit, probably really make more money than me. So I don't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you went to a strip club and she didn't strip, what I'm throwing money for? You know what I'm saying? If I went to a strip club and all you did was stand on the pole. You know what I'm saying? Or all you did was get naked and you just stood in front of me like, hey, I'm naked, so where's my money at? It's like, nah, I need you to do some tricks.
Yeah, so all the philosopher Fred is saying, y'all, let's just clear this up now. Okay, he will tip if the service is good. He will tip the strippers if she's shaking some ass.
I ain't going to no strip club.
But I'm just saying, though, yeah, he's a married man now. The ways are gone. He ain't doing that.
I didn't go before.
The ways was never there. It's philosopher Fred, guys. Okay, you can't fuck with it, can't see it, but understand he don't got no problem with none of this. Okay, guys, none of it. You do your job, you give out good service, you get tipped. Okay, I give out little brackets for it, but hey, I'm just going off the 18%. But like I said, Fred said that if you do a great job and my bill $100, he will sometimes give out 40. So what I said is kind of valid. I mean, at the end of the day, you give out good service, Fred would not be tripping. It's just too many services that just been bad, and that's why he feel as he feel, and that's perfectly good. Because somebody giving out bad service, I'm not gonna tip you either, and I'm a server. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Like, you feel me? I'm just not. And I know you just giving that bad. Like, you don't give a fuck. Like, nah, I'm cool on it. Yeah. Like, and you are entitled to feel exactly that way. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing. Because if you sign, like you said, man, why you got the job? You signed up for it, then do your job. Yeah. But we can move on then. Yeah, we straight on.
Yeah, no. I like all of y'all's point of view. I think it's a very well-rounded point of view between all of us.
Yeah, I think we're straight on.
Yeah. I can't agree with nothing that you said, Fred. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm with you. Yeah. Big box. You don't agree. Big box, Fred, huh?
Oh, you say
I do agree.
Yeah, for sure.
I said I can't disagree with anything.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I don't know what I said. We're gonna have to rewind the tape. I ain't gonna be hung up on what I said. You know?
Smoking that damn lightning.
But shout out to Big C. We got Big C in
Big C in this bitch.
Man, Big C.
Goddamn, where that nigga at, bro? Where he on vacays or something?
No, he had important business to handle, man. Shout out to Big C. We miss you, man. Shout out to Big C's out here, man.
Big goddamn Big C's.
Man, we're gonna skip on down here. to this woman, this woman that was accusing another passenger on the airplane of not being real.
Man, look, I don't want to do this shit on this podcast, bro.
What?
That's a little shaky little situation, man.
Man.
Everybody been talking about it, man. No, I don't even want to get into it, bro. So we really can't move on for this. I can talk about it, but I don't want to, man.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, but shit, man.
You think you want real?
I'm not gonna say that right there, cause I'm not gonna say, yeah, man, cause I done seen like topics have like different views, and most times some people you have one hand in this hand, you might have a third somebody, but nah, my nigga, it's like a 80-20 to this bitch. Like all I've been hearing and seeing is everybody believe her. Now when people,
I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably would have got out of the plane. You ain't finna act like that. You're not finna act like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It get kind of shaky. I'm like, nah. And then for you not to believe in certain things, are you that dumbfounded to not to believe in like nah, They have fucking recordings of fucking Spears and shit they got on. You know what I mean? Of supernormal activity.
The whole plane said who?
Everybody look.
Hey, that was hilarious.
Bro, all of them. She
said he is not real.
That motherfucker right there.
Yeah, nah.
Bro,
But to
crazy.
but okay, so this is you know me. You know, I'm always gonna piss everybody off. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical with Beezy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm skeptical. Yeah. What's more likely? Because you know, people that like got schizophrenia really think that they got bugs on them sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? And don't be none there. Is it more likely that it was some crazy looking fella on there that was shape shifting that looked at her one way like this, and then when he turned back around, it was a lady or some shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that the case, or is it the case that she might have just been like tweaking? Like maybe you tweaking, because there's been some times where, like, let's take our and this ain't no slight. This is not no slight. Have y'all seen the video of how Kodak was acting off of that stuff? Y'all ain't seen him tweaking out and stuff like that.
Nah, but I've seen people tweak out.
Yeah. So it's just like, motherfuckers be tweaking. I'm not saying that what she was going on. Well, I'm just saying what's more likely. Is it some weird fella? Is it her having some type of mental thing, or some combination of the two?
I'm gonna say her eyes didn't lie to her. I'm gonna say she's seen whatever she's seen. She felt too poetic.
Hey. When Dre lands on a position, he be like, I'ma say, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is what it is, bro. Like, but nah, I was listening to her voice when she was saying it, and
it was real to her.
It's just too much. It was just too much.
Yeah.
It was just too much of realness to her. Like, nah,
you can't act that good.
You just can't. Like, nah, whatever the fuck she did see, she seen it.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it. I would have got my ass up though. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna take no.
It
chances.
is creepy.
Because at the end of the day, we can't go to the person and just check them. Because I'm like, shit, what we gonna do, y'all?
How come we can't?
Facts. Like, hey, is you real, bro?
Y'all
like,
see these niggas crazy.
Is you AI?
I would like, but the only way that you can check something like that, just go ahead and cut him. Cause if he bleed red, we straight on. If he don't, then nigga bleed. Yeah, we gonna have to. We need to go ahead and get to a situation.
That's such a barbaric method. You know what I'm saying?
The bloodletting. Come on.
What other way we gonna clarify? If it was really something else that wasn't, that bitch.
I mean, that's just like the bank saying, okay, we got to make sure you're real, so stick out your wrist. Do the thing, we got to cut you. Nah, let's show us 2 forms of identification.
Yeah, I pinched this nigga.
Bro, we ain't gonna know. We gonna have to cut that nigga. But whatever she's seen, I don't think it was like.
But it's a difference between something being actual and like something just being real to someone. Like I said, like people that have mental disorders, they actually experience it. It really do be bugs. That's not real bugs. They just be like.
I don't think that she was tripping, man.
And I'm not. I don't want nobody thinking I'm making fun of people with schizophrenia. I just use that as like an example of like bugs, but like.
But yeah, I'm gonna get off the fucking plane though. Too much shit happening these days.
They be hearing voices in their head and stuff, and it be.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, bro. A lot of shit been seen like just I don't know, man. I can't vibe with it.
You know, like Final Destination.
Yeah, and then we, and then
That's
them
some shit
motherfuckers,
right there.
motherfuckers sitting up. They don't believe them, and that motherfucker, man, fuck that.
Fred sent this, man. This autonomous robot cleaning toilets and stuff. Will it take your job, man? This, let me go look at this, man. That man Fred went crazy with this.
Oh, my mama, he about to take every janitor job. Bro, he cleaning that toilet. Oh, that bitch was sliding, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
That
you
bitch
know
fast as fuck.
You know how crazy it would be for you to like be like in an elevator and you stop on the floor and then it opens up and it's just that sitting right there with his little arm like this. It's just like and it just come in and just get beside you and you sitting there with it and you just like and it's sitting there like this and then it just
Look at you.
I'll be like, move, dude, get out the way, man. You ain't real, man.
Hey, but did you see what the cap, like what it was saying in the writing? Like it was saying like no PTO, no lunch breaks.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
shit that's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And
that shit
I
crazy.
feel like this.
And you don't gotta pay the robot.
Yeah. I feel like this. If we
Shit.
get closer to that place, I actually feel like I don't want anybody to crucify me for saying what I'm about to say because I didn't think about this beforehand. But I feel like if we get closer to that kind of economy where we have robots doing a lot of these jobs and it's taking away jobs from actual people, I think that we need to become more of a socialist, damn near Marxist society, where capitalism now has this big fat hole in it because you have a deficit of jobs for people to be able to pursue their capitalistic endeavors. Or it might just be a thing where starting your own business would be the thing that would be taught versus finding a job and working for someone else. I mean, and it's really only taking away the jobs from stuff like that. I feel like it's only really going to take away the jobs for like warehouses.
But then how they building
cleaning stuff?
How they building the robots? Don't they open up jobs also? Don't we need smart ass people to do that
But
shit? Or are they building a damn machine that's building the robots itself too? But then again, you still need some people that can do it.
exactly.
It's opening
But
and
the
closing
thing,
up.
but the thing is, you take farms. Like farming is now an industry where a lot of it is automated, and you don't need as many people on the farm. It used to take a family or two. Now it doesn't take that many people. You know what I'm saying? So either way it goes, sure some jobs probably going to be opened up, but how many more jobs will those robots
gonna get closed?
Annihilated? You feel what I'm saying? So, and the only reason why I said the thing about Marxist, socialist, all of this other stuff is because I feel like at that point there's so much revenue being made contrasted against how much these businesses are actually spending, that some of that money, after they pay taxes, should just go to the general public. And that's a very not capitalist idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That you just get free money. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like at the end of the day, and once again, I'm talking about like 40, 50 years, where it's just like now it's just not as many common folk jobs no more. Like being a janitor, you probably gonna always need police officers and maybe teachers, but even teaching might become some automated thing. You know what I'm saying? If it gets to the point where everything is like that and you take away all of these jobs, what other choice do we have? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
I ain't gonna lie.
So society had to make a big ass change though.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't made a change since they came into X, Y, and Z.
Marxist might not be the right thing.
But
I just know that Karl Marx didn't like capitalism.
But we would have to evolve as humans
Yeah.
also with it.
Yeah.
We would have to, and everything would have to change. But yeah.
I feel like Gen Z ain't doing them jobs anyway.
He said he feel like Gen Z ain't doing his job. Real
Damn,
quick before we
shit.
get ready to wrap it up, let me we didn't take out the trash today. We had to take out the trash real fast, man. Them fucking mass shooters. There was a series of mass shootings throughout the week, man. I didn't even take the time because I don't even want to put that much light on it. But like it was like 3 up north. one in Chicago on the 4th of July, I believe. It was one in Baltimore, Maryland. That it was like 30 some people got shot, 2 or 3 people died. And yeah, man, it's just the horse is dead. There's nothing that I can say that someone hasn't already said. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that we can say that somebody hasn't already said. It's just tragic. Only thing that I personally want to do is just bully the people that do it. Regardless of what I would like to see happen is this. I would love to see like anybody that commits a serious crime like murder, maybe stealing, but I feel like it would have to be like a behavioral thing, like an accumulative record where you have a record of misbehaving and being a nuisance to society and all of this other stuff. Mass shooters, rapists. I would like to start seeing, and maybe this is unconstitutional, but I would like to start seeing them like do blood work on them to see like what their levels of like lead are. Like if they have like high levels of lead and you know what I'm saying, that system, or if there's some type of something more than just like mental health. You get what I'm saying? Not discarding mental health from the table, but it's just like I know that there was this story about, I don't remember where it was, but they built this plant that handled manganese, I don't know how to say the word, but it's an element on the periodic table that is similar to lead. And when they built the plant, it wasn't a manganese plant. The plant just handled the material. But when they built the plant, crime in the city skyrocketed. Like especially domestic violence, killings, shootings, and stuff like that. It just skyrocketed because that stuff was getting into them people's system, and it was causing them to. It kind of does the same thing, from what I understand, as lead, where it deteriorates the myelin sheath around the neurons in the brain, causing it's more difficult, and it gets to the point to where the neural pathways don't even connect anymore. Or the connection doesn't happen. And so you just end up with less intelligent, more hostile, primitive acting folks. You know what I'm saying? I would like to know. And I would also like to see like, you know, background, like did these people grow up in homes that had like lead paint, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. That, you know, it's just interesting because that's something that I feel like we don't give enough attention to. The notable person of this week, though, is going to be none other than Stephen A. Smith. He did his podcast talking about this very thing about the mass shootings. I highly encourage everybody to go listen to it because it was a very informative podcast, emotional podcast, but informative. He also talked about people getting laid off from ESPN.
Did he get laid off?
No. Right down here with sports, Kobe Bryant is going to be on the face of the 2K24 cover.
If it wasn't going to be Kobe Bryant, the world was going to burn sideways. There wasn't going to be no more Earth.
Did you say the world was going to burn sideways?
Yeah. Yeah, 2K24, year 24, Kobe died, 24, and they didn't have that. They were going to burn this world sideways.
God dang. Yeah. God dang, I hope nobody ever want to burn me sideways.
Cook you. How they put them people in
rotisserie style.
Sideways rotisserie, girl.
Hey, that'd be a horrible way to go. Imagine you go to like a tribe, you go somewhere and like they capture you and they put you on a stick and you just literally on a stick with an apple in your mouth. You just going around and around. It's some dude with like teeth sticking up to his nose and shit.
He cooking you.
Just cooking you.
Perfect. Cuz about to roast you, girl.
You just got to sit there crying like, man, please. And you can't talk because you got an apple in your mouth.
Buddy cooked Adam wife too, shit like that.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's wrap this up, man. Let's wrap this up, man. I don't even know very much about this, but I thought it was hilarious. This is going in sports. Britney Spears was allegedly slapped in Vegas by Victor Wembanyama's security, who backhanded her in the face. Get off me, bitch.
Britney Spears?
After she tapped the NBA player on the back for a photo. She reportedly filed a police report for battery, and an investigation is pending. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
Vic.
crazy. Hey,
Why they doing that to Vic already? He ain't
he ain't even dead. He already in
He just
trouble.
walking trying to get some.
But the security apparently turned around.
I bet it was some black nigga that slapped her too. There had to be some
I
black.
mean,
I bet he was waiting for that slap all of his life. I bet he was just like, I wish somebody would touch this man, and I just got hired as security. Oh, you mean I tell me I can slap him? I'm gonna do it.
He
With the back of
slapped
my
the
hand.
fuck out of Miss Spears, and
He probably blew his breath on the back of his hand for it. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Disrespectful.
Bro. Why they hit Miss Spears like that? That Britney Spears, bro.
She had to do more than tap. Who wrote this story?
Nah, they tap. Cause
Hey, Fred, want to know the deets?
I'm just saying.
This is on Twitter. I don't know.
I want to see the video of her tapping him.
Oh,
And then
There y'all go again talking about some video. It might
I
not
don't
be
think- I
no
don't
video.
think-
because she had to tap him, and then he said, "Nah, I'm cool." And then she said, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
You know it's Britney Spears.
Yeah.
That's
Ain't
crazy.
she the one that's saying, "Oops, I did it again"?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. It's been a smooth episode, man. Smooth, short, simple, to the point. Tell me what y'all know. Share with me some facts.
All right, man. You know everybody like seafood. They like to eat the crabs, the shrimps, and shit.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that a shrimp heart is in his head?
Huh.
A shrimp heart is in his head. So for all them motherfuckers that be eating the shrimp head, you eating his heart too. That's crazy. I get my shrimp with the no
Without
head.
the head.
Yeah, no head shrimp. Cause if you heart be gone.
No head.
They eat eyes and hearts out here. They crazy. And I don't know, bro. But yeah, a shrimp heart is in his head, bro.
Yeah, that's a solid fact. I didn't prepare a fact. I'll make up one. Hey, you know, I said I'll make up a fact.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you can do that.
I'm gonna make one up. Go ahead.
All right. It says if a Google employee dies, their spouse will receive half their pay for 10 years, as well as stock benefits, and any children will receive $1,000 a month until they turn 19.
Google is an amazing company, and it's a very feared company
Mm-hmm.
by a lot of people.
That's
a lot of people
crazy.
fear Google because you know Google flat out owns YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you can't mess with it. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
Bing,
can't fuck with it.
Ask Jeeves, all of these other search engines just pale in comparison. Sorry,
Can't compete where you don't compare.
can't compete where you don't compare.
I never knew Google on YouTube.
Mhm.
They do compare and still can't compete.
Yeah, that's even worse.
It's worse.
That's even worse. Well, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, nah. I feel like at least I compare.
Nah.
At least I compare. At least I'm not you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You lowly folk. At least I compare. You know what I'm saying? Can't compete, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know your fat one.
What's my fact?
Nothing, bro. Go ahead. I'm being fucking stupid, bro. I was gonna say some dumbass shit about fire. You touch fire, you get burned.
No, we need to be real here for that.
Oh
goddamn.
shit, boy.
Oh man. Oh,
Yeah.
dang, a fact. What is a fact?
It's 3 dreadhead niggas in this
Um,
bitch.
Yeah, that is a fact. So when Alexander the Great conquered the world, he literally conquered most of the known world. Like, it's so sad. Like, if you look at like a map of, you can Google like the Greek Empire that Alexander the Great, what he did. And you got to think about, because they didn't know nothing about North and South America. And I don't even think they knew anything about Australia. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just Africa, Eurasia, and India. You feel what I'm saying? This man conquered all of a lot of that shit. And you got to think about, he was doing this shit in like 300 something BC. Maybe 200 something. Maybe 100 something. Either way it goes, he did that shit a long time ago. And it's just I also didn't know that he was the king of Macedonia. Didn't know that. I knew that he was king, but I didn't know of what. I was just like, of Greece? I don't fucking know. It was Macedonia. So Oh, that was just like a little history buff,
That's cool. I feel like it was like only 100 people out there though.
What during that time?
On Earth.
Nah, it was actually it wasn't that many.
Yeah.
It wasn't that many. But it's just the idea that he
conquered
was
trees.
Yeah.
And rocks.
No. It was tough. It was still tough because like you got to think about like I'm gonna say this and then I'll be done with it. So like they had to conquer Persia. Persia was like modern day Turkey, Iraq, Syria, and like so all them motherfuckers. And like
Persia was big time, man.
Persia was big.
They were big time.
So he defeated Persia.
He did some shit then.
He defeated Persia.
He did some shit then, yeah, for sure.
Conquered Egypt and married, I think, Cleopatra. So it's just like, he was a big dog. So like this is another example of like where stuff is. In the story in the Bible when Jonah ran from God and he got swallowed up by that big old fish. Where God was trying to tell him to go was this place called Nineveh. Nineveh is in modern day Iraq. And when I looked and saw where it was, I was like, hell, I wouldn't have wanted to go either. I see why he ran. I wouldn't have wanted to go there. You're talking about it's just a little bit north of Baghdad. I'm not going over there. What are you talking about? Surely not much has changed.
Jonah knew what was up.
Yeah, he was just like, you want me to go
crazy.
God would just like go to Nineveh. He was like, you mean Iraq? No. I'm not going. He got on a boat. And said, I'm not doing it.
Niggas be waiting on 72 virgins because I'm straight.
I ain't even gonna laugh at that, bro. That's why Buddy got swallowed up by that whale right then.
That fish. And then it was in the Mediterranean Sea. But that's it, man. I hope I like my ability to pull jokes, facts out of my ass.
You're good at it.
I wanted to ask you though, why the fuck do you know that? Like, why? Like, what in you said, this is great knowledge just to have on the like. Why the fuck do you know that? I was wondering, I'm like, damn, why the fuck he know about Alexander the Great when he just came through and took over the world?
I'll show y'all after we get done with the podcast.
No, fuck that. You ain't answering it. Why do you know
That's
that,
exclusive content, man. I can't let everybody know what's the ins and outs of my...
West Side be the side, man. All the time we ride, man. Y'all know what it is. All fast podcast,
Even
man.
till we die, you feel what I'm saying? 100. Y'all got anything? Philosopher friend, you got anything for the folks, man?
Hey, look. No, I don't. Follow us on all platforms. I'm finna talk one into getting us on Threads because that's that new shit that just came out.
10-4.
We're gonna get on there. I got blocked.
Really?
Real quick.
I got blocked by this guy.
The fuck? Why did you get blocked, Fred? Exclusive information. See us next time.
We gonna get to it, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. As always, we appreciate all of y'all's views, all of y'all that participate and all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on all platforms. Just repeating everything everybody else said because I want to hear myself talk. 10-4. We out this thing, man. Peace.